Have you ever heard of a Dybbuk box? In the summer of '74, my parents, Polish Jews who'd fled to America 15 years earlier, decided it was time for a family reunion. I was 5, born in the States, and had never met my grandmothers, both still living just outside Warsaw. Mom was 6 months pregnant with my brother, glowing but tired. The plan was to visit, maybe convince my grandmothers to retire in America. But even before we left, something felt off. One night, I crept to my parents' room, woken by their hushed, sharp voices. Years later, I learned they were arguing about a warning from my paternal grandmother: "Don't come back. It's not safe." We flew to Warsaw anyway, landing in a haze of jet lag and excitement. We went straight to my dad's childhood home, a creaky house in a village near the city. My grandmother opened the door, and I'll never forget her face, pale, eyes wide with fear, not joy. It wasn't anger or rejection. She looked at us like we'd walked into a trap. "You shouldn't be here," she whispered, clutching Dad's arm. But she let us in, and for 3 days, things were quiet, if tense. Then she fell ill, out of nowhere. Kidney failure, the doctors said, sudden and brutal. In the hospital, her voice weak, she grabbed Dad's hand and rasped, "The box in the attic, get the rabbi to bury it, please." Dad's face darkened. That night, he and Mom argued again, louder, about that damn box. We left the hospital and drove to my maternal grandmother's house, where her caretaker, a kind woman Mom had hired, asked after Dad's mom. Before we could answer, the phone rang. My grandmother was gone. Dad crumpled, and the air in the house turned heavy, like grief had a weight. The funeral came fast. Dad's siblings flew in from Israel, each with a story that chilled me, even as a kid. My uncle's car lost its brakes on the way to the airport, nearly killing him. Another uncle dodged a tree that crashed across the road from the airport. My aunt couldn't come, trapped by an abusive husband and no money to escape. The 3 siblings who made it stood with us at the funeral, a small Jewish ceremony under a grey sky. As the rabbi spoke of our beloved mother, a darkness settled over the room, not just grief, but something alive, pressing, like eyes watching from the shadows. I was too young to understand, but I felt it, a cold, creeping dread. After the burial, Dad climbed to the attic, face grim, and found the box. It was small, wooden, carved with symbols I didn't recognize. He wouldn't let me near it. The rabbi came, took one look, and went pale. He buried it that night in a secret ritual, no questions asked. Mom and Dad barely spoke on the flight home, their faces haunted. Years later, Dad told me the truth. His family had guarded that box for generations, a relic tied to a curse, an old debt to something not human, something they'd failed to appease. My grandmother's fear, her sudden death, the accidents, it was all tied to that box, stirred awake by our return. We never went back to Poland. Mom lost the baby a month after we returned, and Dad never smiled the same. Even now, in my 60s, I wonder what was in that box, what debt my family owed.